This agreement is comprehensive, it is sustainable, and it will provide well in excess of $150 million in relief to Belize. The agreement was struck this afternoon after, of course, a very long and arduous negotiating process, ably led by Ambassador Mark Espat, and after things took a particular turn that saw me getting personally into the mix, and that saw me begin direct conversations with Mr. A.J. Mediratta, who represents Greylock, one of the two co-chairs of the creditor committee. While I was engaged in the direct negotiations with Mr. Mediratta, I was always backstopped by Ambassador Mark, by the Financial Secretary, and by White Oak and Clary Gottlieb. Things moved on a step-by-step basis. Mr. Mediratta and I had several conversations. We went back and forth. This week, when I was in Houston earlier with my wife, we had phone calls between us, Mr. Mediratta and me, almost daily. Of course, as we inched our way towards an agreement, I continued to run all the numbers by Ambassador Espat, and he in turn made certain to seek the concurrence of our financial advisors. Had this restructuring exercise not succeeded, we would have been obliged to go over our own version of the fiscal cliff. The debt servicing that had come upon us, we would not have been able to continue to manage except we raised taxes significantly and we slashed spending significantly. Slashing spending is, of course, code for retrenchment, layoffs, and all that other good stuff. The gaps that we were looking at could only have been closed by recourse to that sort of action, which is an action you take when you are in extremis. It does not mean that we are out of the woods. It does not mean that we can afford to go on any wild spending sprees. Discipline will still be required, but ladies and gentlemen, the fact that there is no disagreement, that there is going to be well in excess of $150 million in debt relief, that there is going to be a rearrangement in terms of coupons and lower interest payments spread out over a far longer period, is, I think, a huge victory for this country, and certainly allows me to breathe a giant sigh of relief. It is, without a doubt, good news. God knows it is good news that is absolutely necessary and very much welcome, and I think it makes a wonderful Christmas gift to the people of Belize.